Harris maintains narrow polling lead as Trump visits New York. Good morning. Daniel Orton, Newsweek's live news editor, will update us on the election in the early hours today. Vice President Kamala Harris leads former President Donald Trump nationally by a tiny margin as of Wednesday morning, according to polls we've been tracking. She's a hair ahead in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Candidates plan locations for today. Trump will rally in Uniondale at 7 p.m. at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, will rally in Raleigh, North Carolina. Union Hall will host the 3 p.m. event. Democrats Harris will speak at the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute's Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C., at 12 p.m., while Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff will appear in Upper Manhattan and Brooklyn. Later, we'll watch the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision and its effects on candidates. Follow Newsweek's live blog for daily updates. The Ben & Jerry's creators don't fear retribution for supporting Kamala Harris. The owners of Ben & Jerry's ice cream said they don't fear retaliation for campaigning for Vice President Kamala Harris, citing company revenues. Ben Cohen told CNN, Ben & Jerry's supports humanistic causes. The company's revenues improve every year, yet some may disagree. I think that says something. After MoveOn executive director Ronna Epting approached Cohen and co-founder Jerry Greenfield, they started the Scoop the Vote tour. Each flavor of complimentary ice cream is themed around the election to motivate voters. As leaders of a huge company, the duo argued it's what you're supposed to do and weren't afraid about buyer backlash. Joy is on our side, and every presidential election lately has been tight, so this election might be won and lost. So we must earn every vote. Political advertising, texts, and calls bombard voters. A lot of people are tuned out. Way too much. The Scoop the Vote tour is touring to capitalize on the pleasure and turn vibes. Has 2024 campaign rhetoric gone too far? Analysts comment. Political speech has come under scrutiny in this year's presidential election following an assassination attempt and another suspected attempt, arrests for violent threats against both major candidates, and culture war-related threats. Newsweek questioned political specialists if either candidate's speech contributed to the current spike in political violence and threats. Amber Thurman's death highlights abortion laws before election. The death of a young Georgia woman who waited 20 hours for treatment after taking an abortion pill has refocused attention on abortion ahead of November's presidential election. In August 2022, 2 weeks after Georgia criminalized abortion, Amber Thurman, 28, died. The ban came after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, removing abortion protections. ProPublica reported her death on Monday as the first abortion-related death from delayed care. The outlet promised to report a second case. Distinct states have distinct registration days and voting laws. The Constitution permits states to create their own election laws, and because these laws differ, the most important thing is to make a strategy to register and vote. Vote.org CEO Andrea Haley told Newsweek. Don't wait to register, she advised voters. Voters who have migrated since their previous vote should be aware that their new state may have different rules.